Welcome, Chief. Welcome to Tomorrowland Traveler. I am awake. I am without mustache. That is hilarious. So, Devin hadn't heard the falling asleep story. Um, so we'll cover that in the silly vacation recap. Um, so welcome to everyone who's here. Hi, Chief Leaf. Hi, Tomorrowland Traveler. Thank you for being here. So I keep a diary of sorts. It's not really like a diary, like, oh, dear diary, I felt this way today. No, it's just basically stuff. So I can give a fairly accurate summation of the trip. I won't bore you with everything. I just told Devin here the story of me almost not getting to Florida on Thursday. Hey, the ruin. Good to see you. Oh yeah, 2.0. It's still weird. Like I'll reach up every once in a while or try to twirl it, and there's nothing to twirl. I'm like, what's going on?
Welcome to my world.
But I think, oddly enough, since you people shaved it with me, or at least watched it after I shaved it, like, I almost feel good about it this year. I'm not annoyed or anything like I normally am with the mustache being gone. Alright, so where were we? So this was back on Thursday. So I almost missed the flight. That was freaking hilarious. I got a nice tour of Polynesians' bars. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what do we got? Hey, Kelsey, how's it going? Welcome. It was nice meeting you this weekend. And, thanks. Devin is calling you handsome.
Thank you, Devin.
So Thursday, almost missed my flight. That was fun. Got an excellent tour of the Polynesian bars at let's see, I did Ohana dinner. That was good. Tambu Lounge, spent a bit of time there. Trader Sam's, spent a bit of time there. Trader Sam's was very fascinating if you can get in there. It is very cool. All right, so that was the highlight of Thursday. Friday, we were in Hollywood Studios in the morning, so I got to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I hadn't got to. But then we traveled over to Epcot, saw the Flock of Seagulls concert. I rolled in for the last two songs, which were my two favorite songs anyway. So I know I need to. I even talked about that. Oh, hey, Silicone Dave, awesome. I even talked about that, like wanting to stay up for like 48 hours over the vacation. Yeah, instead I went and slept for 12 or more. So stupid. We had a couple of drinks at the America Bar, and then I did Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which I actually really liked that ride. It made me smile. I really enjoy the soundtrack from that movie, so that might have been part of it. Let's see. So that's Friday. Oh, and then we went back to Batu, Galaxy's Edge, to Oga's Canteen, and we closed the bar there, which was a first for me, and that was very fun. Saturday was the 25th anniversary of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Oh, you gotta leave soon. All right, we'll hurry up this thing. So I got again tours of the bars. We did the safari. I had a lousy hot dog for breakfast. It was rough. But then we did Nomad's Lounge, and that was good. I think I still owe someone money for that. I have to talk to Bill. And then Jimmy's Bar, and I got to find out who paid for my margarita because I should pay for that. And then that was enough fun and just enough alcohol that I went back to the hotel room for a nap, and it turned into full-on sleep, and I was dead to the world, and I woke up at 4 a.m., so I missed all the good times Saturday night. What are you going to do? When your body needs rest, it needs rest, I guess.
You say hot dog for breakfast?
Yeah, I had a hot dog for breakfast. It was conveniently close to Safari, so that's where I was heading. Yeah, it wasn't the smartest move, I will admit. See, that was Saturday. Then Sunday, went back to the Magic Kingdom. I walked the Swiss Family Treehouse just for fun. I saw Country Bears. I saw Pan. I got stuck in that darn queue. That darn Pan queue. So long. And they tricked me. They said half hour. I was in that queue for 75 minutes. So annoying. Went on Small World because I'm a weirdo and I love it. Had a Broughton Top for lunch. Went on Little Mermaid. Went on the People Mover. Got to go on Tron a second time. Did it further back on the train this time, and that was neat because I got to see more of the story going on. Good. I'm glad you liked the Country Bears short, Chief. No, I didn't. I failed to do Flight of Passage. I saved 4 snow leopards and then had that darn Pete margarita, which we all know is more intense than a regular margarita. So there's some interesting pictures of me sleeping at a bar. Maybe someday I'll be brave enough to post them. Hey there, Shelly. Welcome. Yeah, I didn't do my plans. Friday I did my plan. Plenty of water. and I forgot my plan on Saturday. See what happens, and then I missed a quarter of the day because of it, a good quarter of the day. And then I stopped at Fort Wilderness for the Carney Crew finale. Well, finale as far as I'm concerned. I know it's still, the event's still going on. Robert D. Yes, he is proud of the snow leopards being saved. And I made it home safely without a mustache. So I've caught you up on the vacation. Now, this poor man, he said he had to go soon. He's been waiting here patiently, not saying anything. Let me show you what we're going to do. Hey there, Rex Robinson. Thank you for being here. All right, so here's what we're doing. I picked up, so this is a normal Penelope. Should be able to get that anywhere. These two were barrel picks from this YouTube channel, SLB Drinks, and I was able to win the right to buy those in a bottle lobby. So we're going to try all three of these right now and give you some reviews on the Penelope line. So, boom. And I really need to find time in May to turn this into my bar/showroom. All right, so here's that first one. So this is Penelope Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's 80 proof. It's a little lower on the proof. I can't remember if I did a ISO review of this.
Your little cute
We have tiny little reviews. They do not say ISO's place on them though. Those might be coming. I did. I totally ordered little ones with the eye on it.
Did you?
Yeah. So there's not even a ton of smell.
Yeah.
Just with that lower proof, which is fine. Sometimes you just need a sipping whiskey or something to mix with. Yeah, it's like so light. I'm not really getting anything except maybe a hint of vanilla. Just doing the eye on the little mini Glencairns.
Okay, yeah.
So it's got
proof.
Yeah, it's real low. It's real low. So it's nice and smooth. You do still get a little easy sip. You still get a little bit of a hug though. I believe these are 4 grains. Yeah, it's 4 grains. I don't know what the 4 grains are. Did I already say hi to Shelly? I think I said hi to Shelly. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Ooh, we're up to 7. Okay, so the 4 grains are corn, rye, wheat, and malted barley. Of course, they don't have how much of each. That's proprietary. All right, shall we? So the next one we're going to try is the Penelope Architect. I've heard good things about this. Now, this is...
I feel like I got a lot of corn in that one. Like,
you know what?
Sweetness.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I didn't pick that up, but in retrospect, I can like almost taste it on the palate still.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is Penelope Architect straight bourbon whiskey finished with French oak staves. So I'm assuming that means they dump a bunch of other toasted oak into the barrel to finish it. What is it? Delicate experience stave? I don't know what that means. Delicate stave, delicate. I don't know. They got a bunch of different staves. So apparently we have a delicate one. So yeah, definitely, this is 110 proof, so more robust on the nose, but...
very oaky for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm really getting is that oak. Ooh, I like that taste, though.
That is good.
What am I getting there?
It's a little earthy, and
you can and this isn't even the toasted one. It's like sweet and burnt at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I burnt the pancakes and then put the maple syrup on them. And it still tastes wonderful. Sometimes you just need burnt pancakes. Ketchup on the chat. I'm sorry you have a cold, Shelly. That's a bummer. Weather changing will do that to you sometimes.
Aren't hot toddies good for colds?
Yes. And hot toddies can be fun anyway.
I'm getting like a clove or something in there too, like
yeah, clove, baking spice, something
like that.
Sometimes I feel like I taste cloves so often I worry that it might be just a defect in me. But so that's nice to hear you say cloves for a change. So hopefully, I haven't decided what day it is. I have to talk to this guy. I have to talk to some other friends, the Ruin and his brother. We'll have a bigger like monthly recap. I originally wanted it on Friday, and some people had been available on Friday. I can't have it on Friday anymore, so we're probably going to do it Saturday, or maybe even bump it to Sunday, which would be not Sunday, Monday, which would be May 1st. So I got to talk to these guys and see what's good for them. We'll have a little bit bigger thing. I was planning on maybe killing my Weller 12 that night, just for fun. Yeah, that's rough. I think I turned the furnace off when I left, and I know it was a little bit colder while I was gone. But like it was warm when I left, it was cold when I got back. Yay, Cleveland!
That one guy I watch on YouTube, Bruzel, he does not like bourbon finished with staves.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I disagree.
Yeah, I do too. That. Yeah, I found this good. The only other thing I've had with staves in it is a Maker's Mark, and that was very good. I don't know if I still have any more of it. All right, so the last thing, this is again in the Penelope line. So this is straight bourbon whiskey toasted barrel strength. And it says the toast is heavy. So let's turn this around.
What does that actually mean?
Exactly, I'm hoping it tells us. The Toasted series explores the depth and complexity different char and toast levels have on our flavor profile. After full maturation, we finish straight bourbon whiskey in new, freshly toasted barrel. Okay, so it's almost like a double oaked, except it's toasted more. So I will have to find out what the difference between toasted and what the difference between char is. Like, it seems like has to be a difference. Yes. No, I absolutely do want to do that, the Ruin, and that's sort of why I bought these tiny ones. I figured I could invite up to 5 people. The 6 of us can enjoy a little bit of the Weller, and that probably will leave me just enough for the Infinity bottle. So yeah, I totally agree with that, the Ruin. I should probably check. I think Mrs. Izzo has texted several times. I better make sure it's not before we continue this. That's weird. Did you block me? Thanks, the Ruin's wife. I look like I'm 20. That's only because on the video you can't see the gray hair. I look like mid-30s, and if you're in real life. Okay, those were semi-important. I got rid of them. Are you ready for the toasted?
Yes. Oh, is this 4 years?
Probably not. She doesn't watch the videos. I gave her a rundown. You know, we talked every day. So since we were on separate vacations, so we talked every day, and she got to hear the nonsense. She was on team. Glad that I got some rest Saturday. Even if that's annoying to buy, park hopper tickets and then not use them. It's so annoying. So to me, it's smelling very similar. Probably should have saved a little bit of that pour and compare them. But there is something else in there, though.
I'm kind of lost, to be honest.
There's something else in there. It's like, to me, it smells the same as that other one, and there's one thing extra, and I can't pinpoint it. You know what? On purpose. So I'm not usually a merch guy. Chief is asking about the Tron merch, so I'm not usually a merch guy, but looking at that Tron stuff, oh boy, I was afraid to even go in the store, and purposely I flew with only a carry-on bag, and not even a carry-on bag that I paid for. So it was small. So I purposely did that, so I couldn't really do merch, and I did end up paying for that because I got that beer flight with the souvenir mugs, the Rancor teeth. Then I ended up having a fiasco of a time shipping it back home. As a matter of fact, I don't think it has left. I don't think UPS has picked it up from Pop Century yet. It still says waiting or label created. So, no Tron merch this time. We'll see about next time. I don't have a problem with the Skyliner, so I stayed at Pop. Stephen Noon recommended that, and I followed through on that recommendation. I didn't have any issues with the Skyliner. It wasn't overly hot. It didn't stop very often. as a yeah, and as someone that grew up as a young person going to the parks, like I just fell in love with the monorails, and my wish would have been monorails everywhere, but of course that's expensive to build and maintain. So I think the Skyliner is a nice reasonable replacement for it. Of course, depending on where you're going to. Yeah, that's nice.
Isn't it?
That's nice. So this is 112 proof, so it's just barely a little more alcohol. This one says barrel strength. The Architect might not have been barrel strength, might have been reduced a bit.
I get like
it's so toasted on the nose, yeah.
I get so much vanilla in that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
On the front.
Mm-hmm. Gets you a nice hug. Mm-hmm. So we would do a toasted again if we ever get a chance.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
So my favorite attraction from the trip. So number one goal was riding Tron, and barely in second place was just hanging out with the Carney crew, all those crazy fan club people, all following Adventures by Carney. It was a very fun group, a very very polite, easygoing group, and so those were like the two main draws. So then anything else was a bonus. So Tron I think was my favorite because I was excited about it. I've loved the original movie since I was a kid, and I love the I loved the sequel, Tron Legacy. So I'm one of those weirdos that likes both, unapologetically. So that was exciting. I wish the ride was longer. Honestly, it's a very short ride, but that was fun. And then just did get to go on some classics. Had an excellent skipper on Jungle Cruise. Oh, the Bears, that was great. And there was only 20 of us in the audience, I think. I did film the whole thing, but it's, there's so many, like, nice 4K versions of the Country Bears out there, I probably won't even post it, because, like, my terrible little phone that I recorded it on. But maybe I'll post it and leave it unlisted and just give it to you, Chief. Then Chief can watch it. That thing is good. Nice. The Ruin loves Tron. It was really fun, Shelly. I was bummed out that I didn't make the one last fall, but the work that I was doing was too good to pass up. So yeah, I highly recommend it. So I don't know if there will be one before. So next year around this time is the 20 or is the what? Is it the 30th? Is it 35 anniversary of MGM Studios? Or, well, it's Hollywood Studios now. So I'm sure Pete will want to do something for that. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Chuck E. Cheese and Showbiz Pizza. I always liked Chief. My favorite was always the King, and you can actually see this dude that is bought for the animatronics of the King and has retrofitted them. You can see YouTube videos of them playing music. It's pretty entertaining, actually, in my opinion. What time is it? Do you gotta get going?
Yeah, it's about time for me.
I might be losing Devin. But yeah, I had a whole bunch of new subscribers. I don't know if it's because of Pete or if it's the little bit of Disney content I got out now, because Disney content, there's a lot of suckers looking for Disney content. Woohoo! So I've got some other videos. I'll post some videos or maybe some photo collages. We'll sucker in some more Disney people. And then they'll see the construction or the shaving and they'll run screaming. But that's okay. But yeah, we're up to 172 subs, if you can believe that. Like, you got me to 150, and that caused me to shave the mustache live. And then took off just a little bit. So we'll see. So thanks for that. Thanks for joining. We had several new subscribers. I know Mrs. T3 subscribed. Kelsey Elizabeth subscribed. Thanks to both of you. Someone named Foxy Dragon, whoever you are. Almost to 200. I know, I'll have to think of something almost fun to do at 200. Or maybe 250. Let's do 250. If I get to 250, I'll think of something to do, and of course you can offer your suggestions in the comments for things to do for 250. Maybe by 250 I need to make sure that this Izzo's place is done in here. That probably would be
at least
best.
have your background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. So I'll try to get. Are you sure? It sounds like a name that you would come up with, Chief. All right, Chief. Own up. How many fake accounts are subscribed to me? You don't have to own up. I don't care. Uh, yeah, Foxy Dragon, the poor dragon at Disneyland. Did you guys see that? That thing burned. Like, there's a Maleficent dragon. So they had one show, Phantasmic, and in it, the Maleficent dragon is there. And in Disneyland, it's a little more impressive than in Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
And it spits fire out and stuff. And oh my goodness, it like burnt up the other day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a 10-minute video just watching the thing burn. It was nuts.
Wow.
So hopefully no one got hurt in that. Hopefully they get it repaired. Oh yeah, you were just out there, right? Yeah, it was crazy fire. Oh, thanks YouTube. You emailed me that I'm live. I just find that so weird. I mean, I guess that helps. Like, if he steals my identity and live streams on my channel, I guess that would help me. Then I would know that someone else is living. So I guess I understand.
20 minutes after the fact.
Right. Yeah.
After I've already ruined your channel.
Yeah. Ruined it. Yeah. Right. Made it better. What other fun things are we gonna do? Okay. So yeah, I gotta reach out to a few people. We're gonna do. Oh, interesting. We're gonna do a big monthly recap, and we will nearly finish off my Weller 12. We're gonna leave a little for the infinity bottle, and we'll have some interviews. I'll try to come up with some good discussions, some construction, some Disney for you Disney people, some music because we got music stuff on the channel now. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to have another cello shot by tonight. That's not happening. Let's shoot for next Monday. But yeah, so big monthly recap, either Saturday or Monday, and then with my silly Thirsty Thursday alcohol reviews, we're gonna try to do one of those live every month instead of just the short format. So we'll try to do a Thirsty Thursday live. So if you have things that you want to see me try, to let you know if you should buy them or not, let me know and I'll try to pick up what it is. Oh, good. Thank you, Chief, for loving the cello shots. I have a song I wrote years ago for the ska band I was in, and it's very easy for me to play on the cello, so I think I can bust that out quick. But I just know I'm not going to get it done for tonight. But I'll make sure that happens soon, so you guys can have you guys can just have you guys can get a cello shot, and you get a little insane Izzo from 25 years ago writing music. Ding ding. I am also that some of these texts that are coming in are about a weight loss challenge, so I may join 4 or 5 other people. And do this thing, get rid of my neck jiggle.
6-pack summer 2023.
I would just like to get rid of the keg. If I can get rid of the keg, I'll be happy. Get back to my fighting weight. So yeah, so I'm gonna do. So I'm probably starting a weight challenge. I'm supposed to do a weigh-in tonight, so we'll see. And I think, there you go. That would work. We'll do some country bears. Yeah. Well, and that's the kind of thing I'm thinking. I enjoy the Disney parks, so I would love to draw in those kind of people into the thing, and so I'd love to do songs from the parks. I really want to start being on the ball and learning songs for like Star Wars movies, Star Wars TV shows, MCU movies, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would really like to do that. I have high hopes. It's just my main love is working, apparently, or at least that's what I do all the time. So it's easy to do the construction videos, not as easy to get some of that other content out. But I'll work on it. And if you guys have suggestions as we go, I will take them into consideration as best I can. There's some funny people on that weight loss thread. I don't know most of them. Interesting conversations. They wanted to make sure that I didn't weigh over 300 pounds and that I would win the contest just by not eating Snickers for a month. So I have to do the weigh-in tonight. Take a picture of my toes in the scale. And that should be fun. Any questions for anyone? Yeah, Chief, you should just join along. You can do the weight loss challenge too without the risk of the of because it's gonna be a monetary contest. So there's some motivation there for me actually. I think I'm gonna mostly because I don't eat terrible. So as long as I don't wuss out and do a bunch of fast food, if I just eat my normal stuff and maybe just start running, you know, just start running because I would like to run. I wouldn't mind doing a marathon someday, Disney marathon, or a regular one. I used to do mini triathlons years ago. We did 3 years in a row of mini triathlons,
Oh, wow.
and Izzo's wife beat me 2 out of 3 years. That last year, I finally got her.
Then you quit while you were on top.
Then I quit
While you were on top.
while I'm on top. So the little triathlons we would do is 1,500 meters swim, 3K run, no 5K run, and a 10K bike ride. Well, you got to start out with 2 minutes, and then once 2 minutes is comfortable, then you up it to 4 minutes. Like you're probably like me. You probably just I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run a mile right now. Yeah, I'm never running again in my life. What did I do to myself? So I'm gonna try not to do that for a change, and yeah, try to work at it in a more sensible way than I normally would. But yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I'd be like, I can run 3 miles right now. Watch me. The little tiny estate we live on, I might even just start running around the house. Like, I mean, it's not huge. That wouldn't be a huge circuit, but it sure would be pretty. So I might even just start doing that until I'm brave enough to go run on public streets with all the people looking at me and cars dodging me. Nah, we'll start. I'll get it to where I'm not wheezing out the gate, and then maybe get out onto the streets. I should also bike ride. Maybe running and bike riding. I'll do a little of each.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. That's what we should do.
Hey, bro, I gotta bounce.
My friend, thank you for joining me on the Penelope tastings
For sure.
and on the live stream. Always appreciate a guest star.
Have a good night, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, Devin.
No problem, bro.
Yep. Lots of spandex. I need to not forget my spandex. That's awesome. That would be cool, Shelly. Yeah, I'll definitely keep you. I'll keep Pete's Discord in the know. I feel like I won't sign up for one till next year sometime, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe this will go good. Maybe the weight loss will be good. I'm around. I'll find out tonight, and I'll even post it to the Discord. I'll let you guys know, so that way you could be my cheerleaders. But I've been hanging around 200 pounds. I probably should be at 155, 160. That would probably be my optimal weight. And I know I'd feel better. I know I'd feel better. I'm just a lazy man. I'm like, no, I'm not a lazy man. What am I? Exercise is so boring. Like if exercise was funner, I would do it all the time. But like, I find work funner. There's a chance, and it depends on how the next two jobs go, because we got some bills that got to be paid. But there's a chance. Well, not even so. The next job's a kitchen. That'll be a nice job, but it's not huge. But we have an opportunity to do work in Texas, followed almost immediately by work to do in Naples, and if I do get both of those jobs, then I could definitely afford the trip I'm thinking of doing. So, the retro, what are they called? There's a website that is like a historical site. They they get as much old photos and paper paraphernalia and what is it called? Oh, it's the Lake Buena Vista Historical Society. That's it. And I think their YouTube channel is Retro WDW. So they're like historians for the Disney parks and things. And at least once a year, sometimes several times a year, sorry, just had to respond to something. Anyway, So at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, they'll have events down in Florida. So they're having an event because COVID messed up Epcot's 40th for a lot of people. So they're having their Epcot 40th event, and they'll bring in Imagineers and guests and people that wrote songs or sang songs. So the next one is September. It's like the last day of September, first day of October. Right when the anniversary of the park is, anyway. So I might go down for that, and I might even just do that event and then maybe hit a Universal park instead of, because I just did 4 days at Disney. And that gets pricey. Not that Universal's cheap. Universal's basically the same as Disney down in Orlando. But I might make it more of a softer Disney trip. Just do that um, just do that 40th celebration. Maybe a day in a park down there. I haven't done Volcano Bay yet. I wouldn't mind hitting Universal's water park. That might even be something I can get Izzo's wife to go down for. Um, but yeah, that's probably my next Disney trip. I would eventually like to get to Disneyland. Never seen the original. That would be fun. Yeah, it sure does. I don't know how it compares. I've been to the other two, but it's been a long time since I was at the other two, the Disney ones. Um, also, um, they just announced recently that Star Wars Celebration, which that happens usually every 2 years. So the next one's in 2025, 26. That one's going to happen in Japan. So it might be a neat opportunity because we wouldn't mind seeing Japan anyway. But go over to Japan, see Star Wars Celebration. The Japanese are very interesting over there. Their Disney and Universal parks are filled with practically original versions of rides you don't get anymore in the States parks. I know Chief Leaf's going to comment on this real hard in a second. And so if there's some way we can possibly afford it, I'd love to do just like a mega trip, see the country of Japan, see Star Wars Celebration. I got a buddy in Erie, PA that's real interested in going, and I know he wants to 3D print some Mandalorian armor for us to wear. And so, and then and I already warned him that if we make it to Japan somehow, that I'm gonna see the Universal and Disney parks while we're there. So that might be a neat thing that's happening. Let me double check what year that is. I can't remember if that's 25 or 26. If it's 26, I could see doing it pretty easy. 25 be a little tighter, but that's still a couple years away. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'll look up. He sent me the advertising for Star Wars Celebration. Scintillating YouTube content. Man, how far back was that text? What were we talking about? Did I skip it by? Oh, here we go. I skipped it by accident. Oh, okay. So it's 2 years from now, April 18th through 20th, 2025. And of course, like Star Wars Celebration is like any other event. What time is it? I have to leave in about 15 minutes. Star Wars Celebration is like any other big event. Like if you're trying to get into the, what's the horsey race? Kentucky Derby. If you're trying to get into the Kentucky Derby, or you're trying to go, what's the motorcycle thing? Sturgis. If you're trying to do any of those events, you got to be like on the ball and on top of it. So, I'll actually probably make him. I'll have him. I'm like, all right, you got to pay attention to these tickets. Like, if you can get us the tickets, we'll go. Also, by then, I'm sure the Star Cruiser will be super cheap, so we may as well just go to do the Star Cruiser right after that too. It's a bummer that they charge so much for that Star Cruiser. On one hand, I hope it doesn't fail, because if it doesn't fail, then we'll get more hotels like that. How much fun would a Jurassic Park immersive hotel be? Like, especially if they really made it scary, that would be incredible. Splash Mountain with everything working, and pretty much anything else, everything working. And then there's, of course, every Disney park has some ride. So what do they have? Like the Beauty and the Beast ride out there, and then there's a whole Tokyo Disney Sea. Hear good things about that from the various Disney adults that I watch on YouTube. Do I have to do anything else before I leave? Nice. Universal still has Jaws. That would be incredible. That'd be worth going for. Too bad they don't have Back to the Future still. Guido! Wouldn't that be great? And every once in a while, like, they could shake your room like a T-Rex was going past or something. Every once in a while, they could have like a team member get eaten, just to feel like the stakes are up, like you could be killed. Thanks for joining us, Guido. So yeah, we flew back last night, so it's been a little bit of a late night. Tomorrow, oh yeah, so I didn't. So this should be a planning session too. Forgot about that. So goals for this week. Moving forward on a kitchen. Tomorrow I'm doing some drywall mud and installing 75% of the uppers, depending on how well the drywalling goes. And I haven't heard back yet from the granite people when that install is. So tomorrow, that's the goal there, is to move that job along where maybe, because the customer's going to paint it herself with some help with some friends. So if I can get that job to where it's paintable, even if that bleeds over to Wednesday a little bit, that would not be a problem. And then Wednesday will be a long day. Wednesdays are usually long days for me. What day isn't long? But Wednesdays are usually long. And so Wednesday, I might start out there in that kitchen, but I've got like 2 cabinets and 4 countertops to build. If the material's in stock, that would, if the material's in stock. So Wednesday is maybe a little bit of work on that kitchen, and then the rest of the day building some cabinets and countertops. Thursday, I would be installing. So of the countertops, 3 of the countertops, the customer's going to install himself. So once I get them done, he'll pay me and take them away. Yay! And then the other countertop, I'll install myself, but probably early next week. Hey, Stephen Noon, thanks for being here. Yeah, big board hasn't been erased. You're right, I should probably see if we were at all even close. Monsters Inc. Hotel. Oh yeah, there could be some super cool. And I mean, you could get stuff as kid friendly or as scary as you wanted. You could even have levels within the hotel, like for whatever experience you wanted. And thanks, Stephen Noon, for your help. Stephen Noon was my travel agent for the Disney trip, so I appreciate everything he did for me. That was very kind, very sweet, as we hear from other channels sometimes. What else for the week? So on Thursday. So if Wednesday goes well, let's just say Wednesday's not going to go well. Thursday I'll finish up the cabinets and the countertop, and if I get the cabinets done, it's actually some cabinets for some friends of mine for their trailer, for their camping trailer, and so if I can get the cabinets done Wednesday or Thursday morning, then I can install them Thursday afternoon. We can template for the countertop and tomorrow morning before I go to the kitchen job tomorrow, I'm going to go to their place and help them pick out their laminate, so we get the laminate ordered. So Thursday, hopefully install those cabinets. Thursday night, make that laminate countertop, and probably just do a late night if they'll let me, and get it all done. So that way, this weekend, if the weather's nice, they can take it and out to the campground, and they can take it out to the campground and what? Oh, I was gonna just check the weather. And then later on, I know there's a couple of doors I'll have to make for the cabinets, but they've been bugging me to go visit them at the campground they enjoy every weekend. So frost advisory, man, that's overnight. By the weekend, it should be in the 50s, but it's going to be raining, so they're probably not going to want to go out anyway. Oh, and that means I probably can't do the fence job with the other customer if it's raining. That won't work. So pray for rain. No, I'm just kidding. Don't pray for rain. I would rather get the jobs done. What else has happened? Yeah, that would work. Fort Wilderness themed cabinets. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a weird year. I mean, we're at the end of April. I feel like everything's like a month off. That's how I feel these days. Like, whether it's a trick of time or humans have done it to the earth. But I feel like everything's a month off. Everything's a month later than it should be. So it feels like we're still warm in November and even December sometimes, and we're still cold here in April and May. Unless you're in Florida, then it's just hot all the time. I actually got some sun. That's not like me. Yeah, that's for sure. Frost advisories in April. Silicon Dave, at least 2 weeks this year. Yeah. I think that would be good. Yeah, just go back a month. Just go back a month. Make things feel like they used to. All right, my friends. I should probably get going. I'm gonna close this down in 5 minutes. That's true. Yeah, that was interesting as well. That the beginning of the month was nicer than the end. But yeah, we could do 5 minutes of Q&A if you want. Silva, thank you for. Oh, that's right, Silva. I have a present for you. I will try to drop it off at your house on the way home. Since I meant to drop it off before I went to Orlando. Any questions? Any suggestions? I'm open to whatever. I did not make it over there. We tried, but we were able to get into Tron early, and then, but I mean, there's still a wait getting in there. So we got into Tron earlier than my boarding group had told me I was going to be able to. I would have missed it completely if we hadn't tried. So as we were heading over to that section of Tomorrowland, where I could have done Buzz, we changed our Tron reservation and did that, and then I basically had to go to Fort Wilderness to say hi to everyone, to gently sip some of the bourbon that I had sent down for the shindig that got there later than I wanted to, and that I left there. I couldn't fly home with it. And I should do cook. You know what? I got the beef Wellington part 2. I need to finish editing. I'll make sure I did that. All right. So Chief Leaf, you've done both. Which is better? Because now did I hear that? Did I hear that like you can take the gun off of the ride at Disneyland, where you're not like locked into the ride? But no, and Guido, what was your? Are you one of those 9999999 kind of guys? I can't remember. I think you said you might have been. No, I meant to get over there and try it, unfortunately, but I didn't. I'll make sure some more cooking videos come up. I'm actually supposed to cook with Silva too, at some point. Nice, maxed it out, Guido. Good job. Yeah, the rest is good. I begrudgingly accept it now. I used to not be a fan of rest, but that's when I had unlimited energy. I don't have that anymore. So in Disneyland, is it the same layout, do you know? Like what ride did it replace? Did it replace something similar to Dream Flight? Yeah, we probably all do. But I bet if we work out, Chief, I bet if we do the weight loss program, I bet we'll feel a lot better. It'd be nice not to, yeah, like I said, get rid of the jiggle. Get rid of the jiggle. Rocket Rod's Q. Okay, yeah, I'm just not familiar enough with that park. So I didn't know if they did the same layout or if the scenes are different or anything. That's very interesting. Alright, so let's take some notes for myself. I'm going to text myself. That's what I do a lot. We need the cello shots. We need cooking shots. I need to schedule that. It was very smooth. Guido, had you been there for Guardians of the Galaxy yet? So, for Tron, the first time I did it, I was in the front row, which was nice. We're ending this very soon. I'll be quick with this story. So I did the front row the first time, and I did the back row the second time. And the front row was amazing because there's nothing in front of you, so it just feels like boom, just you on. Okay, you love Guardians too. So Guardians is probably objectively the better of the two rides, but my love for Tron trumps my love of Guardians, and Guardians is borderline with my motion sickness, so Tron didn't make me sick at all. How long was the wait? Once you were in there, wait was probably 30 minutes tops. Once you were in there. And they have enough things in the queue to distract you, like the sights and sounds. So anyway, so back to the Guardians. So for Tron, you do the initial run, the initial takeoff, whatever, the acceleration, and you do that, and that's exciting. Then you go up in the building. Once you're in the building and it's dark, it distinctly reminded me of being in the Guardians ride. So it's very similar, where things are happening on screens. You're going through gates. It's very similar to Guardians of the Galaxy. And it is a lot shorter. So I think, since you love Guardians, I think you'll enjoy Tron, and you'll probably be just like everyone else that I talked to that wrote it. Is like just as you're slowing down there at the end is just when your brain is like, oh, I really like this ride, and then it stops. And you're like, oh, all right. So I wish they'd done a little bit more. I mean, this is the second Tron they've built, and it sounds like it's just a carbon copy of the one in Shanghai. So I wish they'd done a little bit more, made it a little more exciting. But it's still a fun ride. It'll probably be something I try to do every time I'm in the park. Unfortunately, it's probably still not better than Hagrid's Motorcycle Adventure in Universal. And I'm pretty sure Izzo's wife will hold everything up to that standard at Disney. So I'm sure that she will enjoy it, and she will still say that Hagrid's is better. But Hagrid's is an amazing roller coaster. All right, I meant to go before this. I'm sorry I have to leave. Thank you so much for being here tonight, hitting the like, hitting and being in the chat. It was fun being with some of you in person or on Discord this week for the last 4 days, hanging out with Pete Carney, and thanks for watching my silly daily updates on the vacation. So we'll get back to construction for a little bit, but we'll try to sneak some of those other videos in there. We'll get some cooking. We'll get some cello. We'll get some other music. Maybe another karaoke thing. I have a weird plan for the karaoke. I just need to remember to do it some night. And cool. And see you all next time here at Izzo's place. Man, Silicone Dave's got me dialed in. Thanks, Shelly. You too. And who else was screaming? Guido, thanks for being here. Chief Leaf. I know the Ruin's been in and out. Anyone else? Silva. We had Tomorrowland Traveler. We had Stephen Noon. We had a good group here today. Thank you so much. Kelsey Elizabeth was in here. Awesome. So have a good time, and we'll see you Saturday or Monday for the big monthly recap.